Teaching is not a one-way process. It is actually a teaching learning process. But what do we think? The current curriculum supports this concept? No. Because in the current curriculum, we are stuck to the chalk and board. And when all the information is just a click away on the Google, the teacher has to be very smart. Teacher has to be smarter than the Google. Teacher should have an appropriate content related to the subject or the topic, and he or she should use appropriate method to deliver that content. So in this talk, I am going to present a cognitive framework that can be applied in any classroom, not in just the technical one, but in any classroom, related to very elementary level to the higher education also. Next. So these are the contents of the presentation. What is the cognitive learning we are going to see first? Question posing. What framework we have proposed here? How the framework is implemented in ICT mode. Results and conclusion and the references. Next. First of all, we should understand what is cognitive learning. It is very important for the students. What is cognitive learning? Cognitive learning is based on our senses, thoughts and experiences. And what is the importance of the cognitive learning? You know, if somebody tells you that if you want to learn driving, then read this book and you will learn driving. It is impossible. Because you cannot drive without an experience. You know, you have to hold a bike or car and then you can learn how to drive. It is quite similar with the subjects. If you experience what you are reading, in that case, that learning will be lifelong learning. And that is the cognitive learning. So, what are the benefits of the cognitive learning? It boosts the confidence, it enhances the understanding of the topic or the subject, and more of that, it focuses less on what you are learning, but it focuses on how you are learning. Next. Now we have implemented two active learning or cognitive learning methods in my classroom. One is the problem-based learning or the project-based learning, and second one is the question posing. You know, questions are difficult to ask, but we have to ask something in the classroom, because if we don't ask, we won't be able to understand the concepts in a good way. So how we are motivated with this? There is a quote of Bernard Baruch who says, "Millions saw the apple fall, but it was the Newton who asked why." And that was the reason he found the gravity. You know, what is the importance of the question? You will look for the answer of that question. Next. Now, a teacher has a very challenging role in the classroom, because if you have 60 students, all students have different level of understanding, and you have to take them all together, and you have to complete the syllabus in the classroom, and you have to make them understand in a better way. So, how you can assess that students are learning in which pattern? So, Bloom taxonomy is very helpful in understanding for the teacher that how the students are learning. In the lowest, we have the remember level. We all start to mug up things and we say that we have learned the concept. So we are on the last level. And on the topmost level, we have to create one. So in the middle of these, we have understand, apply, analyze and evaluate. So in able to understand or create the idea, first you have to remember, then you have to understand the concept, you have to apply that concept somewhere, you have to analyze the results, you have to evaluate what has gone wrong and you are not getting the appropriate results, and after that you can create something. Next. So you can see a man is climbing with the help of a rope. At the topmost, the teacher is helpful in the classroom. How? He framework. This website is created by one of my students. I told him that I am going to ask every student 5 questions.
Please keep silence.
And those 5 questions he has to ask in every assignment. And we have 120 students. So we are going to get almost more than 2000 questions. So I want something that I don't want to use paper and pen. How we can do this? He told me that I can create a website. I said, okay, then you can create a website. Then follow it. So he created a portal. We registered all the students on this website. And we gone in ICT mode completely. We do not use paper and pen in our classroom. We use this portal for submission of the assignments. We use this portal for the display of the marks. We use this portal for asking the question and discussing any time on that portal. Next. On the right side, you can see there are sections CSC student, EC student, EE student, and your PT marks. So every class has been assigned a different dashboard, and after the evaluation, their marks are displayed on the PT marks. So they will log in their account and they can see what marks they have achieved. This is the dashboard that has been created for every student in 2 classrooms, and for the past 2 years, we are using this portal. And very interesting is that anytime you can ask me that student has submitted the assignment, please show me. I can give you on the phone only that this assignment has created by this student and this marks he has achieved in that assignment. Next. Result and discussion. So a little bit of programming or technical part is here. What he has done is he has created an algorithm. So how we will decide which student is on the lower level and which student is on the higher level. So he has created an algorithm, and what does that algorithm? That algorithm actually finds out the keywords that I have given him. So every keyword he will select from each question, and each question has a different level. मान लीजिए कि if you have given Y, so Y comes to level 1, and we will ask the student to change that Y to some other word, and that keyword will come under some other level, like describe.
There are 3 levels: national, kitchen, level 1.
Why?
Next
What?
region means local microorganism, and bias to patient.
So this is the dashboard that has been created
So
after analyzing
we are using
all
single
the
services.
from each class.
We have worked on 4 services, but then we can combine
Level
all
1
the 4
is changing
or 1, 2, 3.
as level
3, 4.
in the
Also
first
we cannot
assignment
consider
level
various.
16.80%, and level 6 highest level is on 6.38%. But when you see level 5, the level 1 is decreasing and level 6 is increasing. It means that the students are motivated and they are learning how to create questions. Next. These are the survey results that after application or implementation of this algorithm, what the students think about this kind of framework. Next. This is for students. I will take only 1 minute. There is one portal, that is SWAYAM portal, and since the college is going for the NAC accreditation, I would recommend that every student must register on this portal, and they must do some certification courses, and they must earn some certificate from here, and it will help you in criteria number 2 in teaching, learning, and ICT mode learning. Next. These are the 9 coordinators of the SWAYAM portal. From engineering, medical to science, arts, law. Every kind of course you can get here, and these courses are created by the reputed teachers from reputed institutions like IITs, IIMs, AIMS, and UGC, NCRT, NIOS. Next. And this is the other portal that is in UGC MOOCs. It is a part of SWAYAM portal. If you register here, you will reach to the SWAYAM portal. So either you register here on the SWAYAM portal, you can get plenty of courses of free of cost. Only the certification fees you have to pay, and you can earn the certificate from Government of India. That will be credited into your criteria number 2. Thank you so much. If you have any question, you can ask.
Our next, thank you, madam.